I find it interesting, just as an aside, that this is probably the most important part. This is in public, and we have neither press nor being video today. We're happy to be there.
No, yes, no.
We have a remote control over there. We are recording it, I have no problems with it.
Big
But I'm not too
problem.
sure. I'm not too sure whether it's going to be a lot of
Do you want me to move it around?
YouTube stuff. We're going to see Councillor McMahon's back on YouTube. Yeah. Righto. Let's go to the bottom of the page.
Which page?
Well, I'm not too sure. Right. Well, go there. Because when it just said I was going to go to youth, which was then said one, but it didn't have the number of submission logs.
Yeah, I thought it would be.
And that, I thought, hang on, we always have the number of submission logs, so we missed out.
So what should we do?
My suggestion is if you want to do the smaller ones, we'll start at number 1
Yeah, and
and just work through and jump over.
right, number 1 is Mayor's Task Force. Are you happy with the officer's reply?
What letter is that?
One page, very front page of your, go to the front,
In front of your big folder.
Yeah.
take the big folder. Right, got it. Everybody got the front of the page? Done?
Just for councillors' information, these submissions and group managers' responses have been made publicly available, but with a cover, which I think Ken wrote the cover, which very clearly says that these are just our comments, they are not councillors' final decision. And it's an interesting debate because we try when we put these together, obviously to come up with things that we think council will agree with, obviously, but we also try to do it in such a way that we can form that it forms the basis of a letter. So one of the concerns I guess we had was that it does look like it's sort of a past tense decision has been made, and that's just I guess from an administrative point of view, so we can actually then put it straight into a letter which then goes out, which obviously speeds up our ability to get responses out.
We will have to discuss on that. I'm not too sure, we haven't always done that, have we?
We've done it for the last couple of years.
Yeah. And so coming in, but the important point is that, when the response goes out, it is this council's response.
Yeah.
And that therefore means that you say, hey, no, that's not the right wording, we like to change those to them, and it becomes important when you're not going through these today rubber stamping. And that's important, and that's why I'm a little bit concerned, because people pick it up, and you even heard, Roddy then make a comment about what was going on, and we have to say, well, hang on, that we may disagree with that, and it is actually an area, and at some stage before next year we will actually discuss how you wish to handle that. I think it's important that we actually have staff recommendations to us, but we must be particularly careful that the people don't think that they run the outfit. Right. First one, I don't think,
I think it would be wise, particularly when some of the actual guts of the submission is lost within a month, and this is a good example. As I understand it, what they're asking for is the Mayor's continued membership. That's all it is. So I think we need to, when we go through each of these, particularly these single ones, this is what's been asked for, this is the decision, because I think rather than, because we need to identify what's been asked for. And I think some of them, it's not necessarily, it's certainly not clear at the outset from the submission, and it may not be clear from the reply. So I guess if the chair can identify, for instance, number 1, they're asking for this, quite simple.
Your Worship, could I just say, I would have found it more helpful if the submissions would have come first and the staff comments.
Yeah, I had that.
He's like that,
I must admit, I found exactly that same sort of thing. I had to keep going back and saying, hey, what does the submission say, and flicking backwards and forwards. I think up that, we'll do that.
Find the actual submission.
Yeah, and some of them was A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and I had to keep going back and thinking which was replied to. But we, just a little bit there, but please recognise that in terms of that, as we do it, that I'm so pleased they all got the right order with you mixed up. There was a hell of a lot of work involved in here to give each of us. One day, we have actually in the past done it on CD and all had a computer so you could actually click and actually do it. But most of us like this to do it. Right, you all happy to move ahead?
Yes, sir.
The first one is from the Jan Francis for Mayor's Task Force. We have been a committed member. We have that. I have just recently emailed Jan because of those of you who are at Zone 1 and 2, we weren't on their list of things that we did. I have been in touch, had an apology, said there wasn't room. She thought we were fabulous. And of course, you recognised the trades training, which was a program within Mayor's Task Force, has gone up to the Bureau Awards, and Mayor's Task Force people want to be involved and receive recognition for that as well. Are you happy with the reply that we are committed to continued membership? Happy?
Yes.
Most of these, I'd like to ask the resolutions to come through, we'll accept them as those, and we'll do a resolution as at the end, unless it happens to be particularly important, and the rubbish bags may well be one which we do as a specific item. Happy? Right. Dog registration. We have done the rubbish bags, we will leave in terms of...
As we go through these, do you think we should write up on the board, like we come across rubbish bag like this one here,
and 3A.
and just pop up?
Yep.
Just note if there's any specific comments in there
Well,
on the board, so that it's one of the things we don't have to go back through, like as we just note it up, there's, if they've got anything specific about their, why their rubbish bags, and then that we don't have to come back through the submission again.
Yep.
Does that sound good?
can you write on that board up there, Mr. Fisher? And if you write up submission 2A. Rubbish bags, and it is costs on limited income.
Yeah, and dumping of rubbish. So if we
And dump.
just note that sort of thing, and then it can be just
Right.
added to by.
3A, the same, but we just like 3A there, the area. We've done the dog fees.
The nature of the response or the not fees. I mean, I don't have a decision.
Sorry, we'll go back to the 2B, in which will be the same to us there. In the reply in terms of dog fees, are you happy with the reply?
Which was?
With the reply, officers?
Oh, that you've already written it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The type response, people happy with it.
Happy? Thank you. Please officers, the way this is a formal council meeting, there is an area we are more relaxed, so officers, please come in and be listening.
The only thing I just point out, just in case people missed it, is that even though, for example, the dog registration, if you look at 2B and 3B, you'll see that they are slightly different, which reflects the fact that the person has said different things. And 90% of, so if, for example, you just look at the very last paragraph, on 2B, it's the semi-animal controls, and this is the payment option. On 3B, it's responsible owner that pays the scanners with the OB. So it has been, each of them have been personalised to some extent.
Good, thank you for that.
I
All right. 4A,
The replies.
4A, again, rubbish bags, fly tipping is the area, and the dog registration. They are particularly concerned with punishing the responsible owner, and they have the reply there for